beautiful friends, it's Amanda here, and today is going to be a very fun, chill, casual video. Not too long ago, my family and I went on a vacation to England. We hung out in London for like a week. It was really fun. I've never been there before. We did a lot of fun touristy activities. We took a scone baking class, which was really, really fun. That was one of my favorite things that we did. We went to this beautiful place called the Sky Garden, and we actually ate brunch there. We did a river cruise with a traditional tea service, and we got to see the sights. We did all kinds of cool stuff. But of course, me being who I am as a person, one of the things I was really looking forward to was going makeup shopping, because in the UK, obviously, there are different products available. So I had a lot of fun just browsing around in the drugstore. There were definitely a lot of the same items too, a lot of the same big drugstore brands, but I really wanted to browse and purchase some of the things that are not available on the shelves, at least where I live. Maybe if you live in a bigger city in the US, then perhaps you have access to these things, but I definitely don't. So it's just gonna be a fun little casual get ready with me, and we'll just try on some makeup and just have fun. I'm not reviewing, I'm not wear testing, we're just trying on some stuff. So let's zoom in and get to the fun part. As usual for my makeup application videos, I'm showing you a close-up look at my skin with no makeup on yet, just so that you can get an idea of what the coverage looks like since you know what the starting point was. And also, I just think it's nice to have a reminder of what real skin looks like, because you see so much filtered skin content, so much filtered skin content, and it's okay. You're not supposed to look like that. I don't, and you're not supposed to, and it's okay if you don't. If you do, good for you. But I don't, and my guess is most of you don't either. And that's okay. We look great. Let's move on to try on some of this Max Factor Miracle Pure Skin Improving Foundation. This has an SPF 30, and it also has hyaluronic acid and vitamin C. This was my first time trying this foundation on, and I was very pleased to see that the color match was pretty darn good. I do think that this dried a little bit warmer, a little bit darker, that foundation oxidization that is not uncommon in the complexion product world. It did dry a little bit warmer than what it looked when it was first coming out of the tube here. But I'm very, very happy, not just with the color match, but with the finish. The texture is really hydrating and almost feels like a gel moisturizer. This very much reminds me of the LA Girl Squeezy Tube. I think it's called the Tinted Foundation. You can see with the side by side here, I wanted to show you a close up of half my face with the foundation and half with nothing on yet, so that you can see the coverage really compared close up. This is what I would call a light coverage, but I prefer a lighter, more hydrating skin tint type of product, and that's definitely what this feels like to me. This is very, very similar to that LA Girl. I'm pretty sure it's a tinted foundation. If you've ever tried that, then you can have a pretty decent idea of what the texture and the coverage of this Max Factor foundation are. And I loved that LA Girl one, so I'm not surprised at all that I really, really enjoyed this. Since I filmed this video, I've worn this pretty much every day since, and it just gives me a nice, sheer, hydrated look that I absolutely love. Of course, I am still wearing sunscreen underneath here. This is not quite enough SPF coverage for me personally. Something is always better than nothing, but I am a big fan of wearing lots of SPF, especially on my face. Here I'm adding just a little bit of my favorite concealer. This is the Salt New York Best Case Concealer. This has like a balm texture, and it looks good with every foundation, but it definitely really thrives with a skin tint, more light coverage type of complexion product. So It's just my favorite concealer. I wear it all the time. You always hear me talk about it. Something you don't often hear me talk about is contouring. Not a big contour type of gal. I've even really fallen off of applying bronzer. So I thought that this would be a great product for me to try out because it is a little bit out of my wheelhouse. It's definitely something that I don't already have a lot of. And I was very happy with the performance of this contour product in particular. It's very, very light and natural looking. It's not too warm where it looks like a bronzer. It's not too cool where it looks a little ghastly. It's just a really nice shade and a really nice light texture. So I felt like it was super easy to blend out. The highlighter also performs well. It's not really blowing me away as much as the contour, but that's probably because I use a lot more highlighter in my daily routine. So I probably have a much higher bar for highlighters. Plus, I didn't apply too awful much of the highlighter because I knew that I was going to use some of this Max Factor Miracle Pure cream blush, and the shade that I chose has a little bit of glowy metallic finish to it as well. So I didn't want to go too crazy on the glow, especially with a really hydrating foundation product, and just the fact that it's about 10 million% humidity where I live. So it's basically automatic casual sweat just when you wake up in the morning. So if you add too much glow, you're going from casually sweaty to formally sweaty very quickly, quicker than I care to acknowledge. I was also happy with the blush formula. It blended out and it also layered up really nicely, so I was impressed with that. And one of the major home runs of this video is this number 7 lipstick in the shade Honey Bloom. This is the exact type of color I was looking for in my swatch quest video that I posted a few weeks ago. I was looking for a neutral light beigey brown, and I had this one sitting here waiting to make this video the entire time. This is a perfectly pinky beigey brown neutral. It's just the exact color I was looking for. So I'm very, very pleased that I chose this when I was makeup shopping. And I wasn't expecting crazy results from this mascara. I think that I've become a little bit jaded in the mascara department, and I've tried so many now that they all seem not to have that much difference nowadays. But after just a couple of swipes of the wand here, I was impressed that my lashes looked longer, fuller, and more separated, more dramatic, definitely blacker. So I was really noticeably impressed with this mascara. It's not so full that it looks clumpy and spidery, but it's definitely not just a natural, fluttery, wispy little lash either. It's a really nice sweet spot in between, and I can see myself actually really loving this mascara. Truly, only time will tell because I feel like I need to wear a mascara for a while, like a couple of weeks before I decide how I really feel about it. I want to test and see if it smudges, if it starts getting flaky, or if it dries out too quickly. So the jury's still out, but I'm feeling incredibly hopeful about that sleek makeup mascara. And I also grabbed a lip gloss. This is the Max Factor Lip Glaze Gloss. So I'm just going to pop that on top of my lipstick because I really wanted to try everything I purchased in today's video. And guess what? I like this too. I really feel like this was such a successful little makeup shopping trip. I love the fact that these souvenirs aren't just something that sits on a shelf, but actually something I'm going to actively be able to use and appreciate over time. So I'm very happy with how the first impression turned out, and I've been wearing a lot of these items for several days since, and my opinion has not changed. I'm impressed. I'm happy. Good job to the British drugstore. I shopped at a Boots. That was what I really wanted to go to. I know that might be a silly tourist attraction, but for me, it was so fun. I had a blast and I love how my makeup turned out. I didn't purchase any eyeshadow when I was makeup shopping. I really wanted to keep my purchases limited because of suitcase space, and obviously I have plenty of makeup. It's not like I'm really lacking anything in my collection, but I wanted to only purchase things that I really actually thought I was going to use up and love. And so far, I have to say, I feel like I chose pretty well because I like everything. This is a great base of makeup for me, especially right now in the summer. I do want to add just a little bit of setting powder because where I live is very hot and humid right now. So despite the fact that I love this casually sweaty look, I'm definitely going to add a little bit of setting powder just to keep everything in place. But I love the finish. Everything feels really comfortable and lightweight. I'm not usually one who contours a lot, but this contour and highlight stick format, it's super straightforward and easy. Everything blended out nicely. I think it looks very, very natural on my skin. And I really don't have any complaints. I like every single thing that I tried. I'm impressed with the mascara, the lip products. I'm going to keep testing these things and working them into my everyday makeup routines. I think all of these products will fit pretty seamlessly into what I already enjoy wearing. So far, my favorites, just based on this first impression, are the Max Factor Miracle Pure Skin Improving Foundation. I really, really like the hydrating, super light coverage of this. Plus, it has SPF in it, so that's a nice little bonus, although I do always wear sunscreen underneath my makeup anyway. And I love the color of this number 7 lipstick. This is Honey Bloom. I just did a video not too long ago called Swatch Quest where I was looking for a neutral, light, beigey brown lip color, and I had this sitting in my review box all along. This is such a great shade. It's definitely what I'm looking for right now. So I like everything, but these are my 2 favorites. I would love to hear what you think about the products that I purchased. Do you ever like to pick up regionally specific makeup when you're traveling? I thought this was a fun souvenir type thing because it's something that I'm going to use and enjoy regularly for a long time, and I'm going to think about my trip every time I use one of these things. So I would love to hear what you think about this look. Have you picked up any makeup on your travels and discovered new favorite things? I always love to hear what you think about things too, so make sure you leave all your thoughts down in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! I don't know what I was talking about, but I'm pretty sure it didn't make sense. I don't know. I don't know. What? I did not put anything on my eyebrows, and I am just now realizing that. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me, sorry. It's fine, everything's fine. I will, out of respect, nailed it. I will not be doing a British accent. You're welcome. Fun fact, one of my sisters has a really, really good, like, posh British accent that she can do. And one night, this was when we were in college, we went out together, just us siblings, and she was pretending to be an exchange student, and it was really fun. She has an excellent posh British accent that she can do. I couldn't keep it up for like a whole evening. I mean, I could probably give you a couple of lines, which I'm not gonna do, but it was very funny. Okay, oakley dokley. I've gotta go. I should film a eyeshadow tutorial since I have all of my makeup except eyeshadow done. Do I have any eyeshadow tutorials I need to do? I should do a palette bingo. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. I'm gonna go film a palette bingo. Actually, I'm gonna charge my camera battery and then I'm gonna do a palette bingo. Okay, thanks for watching. Okay, thanks. Okay, thanks. See you soon in the next one. I love your face so much. Okay, bye.